Hey, I have a little update here on the Dentron CM-1, the input tuner for linears. The CM-1 was designed for the amplifier, the Clippertron, that had the 572Bs in it. And they came out with another one for one of their other one of their other amplifiers, which had I believe it had a pair of 3-500Zs in it, but I'm not 100% positive. I'd have to go back and look. So the only difference between the CM1 and the CM2, as you can see, I have two of them now. Remember when I first got this one and did the video, I said, I could use 2 or 3 of those things. I was serious. So I do have another one, and the only difference is what you have on both of these is you have a band selector switch, and when you select to whichever band you select to, it just switches to a different little Pi network in there. The only difference between these two boxes is the capacitors on each side of the inductor to ground in that Pi network. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. The capacitors go on the ground, and each Pi network on the input and the output of each coil are just different values. And I have the manual I printed out for this one, and I have the one for this one, and it shows you the chart and the capacitor and coil value chart, and they're sure enough, they're both different. They just changed the capacitor values in this one to match the input, to match radios to the input to the amp they sold that had the, I believe 3-500Zs, but don't quote me on that. I know the CM1 was for 572Bs, but I've had the CM2 for a little while, and I forgot to make the video that I did grab one of these too, and I forget exactly what it was, which amp it was for. I think I remember, but I don't know. I'd have to look again, but I think it's 3-500 Zulus, but I'm not positive. But anyway, it's the same relay. It's all identical. It looks just like the other one on the back. Relay, all the thing where it's the same as this other box. And what they did was, when they came out with the CM2, they just took the CM1, changed the capacitor values on each of those Pi networks, and they put a sticker. If I peel this off, I guarantee you it's going to say CM-1 underneath. That's what they did. They just put a sticker. So I don't know if they made a CM3. I haven't even looked. Did they have another amp that had different tubes they made one for? So, but that's all you have to do. I'm eventually going to take this. I'm going to hook up whichever one makes the SWR lower at the radio output, at the output of my radio to the input to that amp for my 10 meter setup down there. And then whichever one has the lowest SWR, that's the one I'm going to tweak the capacitor values, because I am going to get it down to a 1-to-1 VisWar. That just, makes everything cleaner. It improves IMDs, increases the power output of the amp a little bit, and it eliminates any RFI floating around the shack or around the neighborhood. So that's, I try to keep things clean nowadays as much as I can. So anyway, just want to show you that I do have another one. So I have a CM1 and a CM2 both. Did they make a CM3? We'll have to look, huh? Have to do a quick search on Google. 73s, this is W5HRO.